That's what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah.
Hey, what's going on, dudes? Everybody, it's David here. We are back with another video. Now, in this video, guys, I'm going to be basically explaining to you about how I feel about some Falcons players and whether or not I think we should cut with some Falcons players, because right now, we are in cap hell. We are in cap hell. There's nothing to say about that. As of right now, what it looks like it's going to be, we're going to have $4 million in cap space. And yes, obviously, the two players that take up the most cap for the Falcons is the quarterback and Julio Jones. But they're worth that money. That's the reason why, because we paid them because they're worth that money. Julio Jones is definitely worth that money. But then there are other players the Falcons should cut that can save them some money. The first player I think the Falcons should actually cut is Devontae Freeman. Get a new running back. This draft class coming up is gonna have some great running backs and then really good running backs after it. And considering the fact that we have 2 second-round picks we have 2 second-round picks from trading Mohamed Sanu to the Patriots, we can use one of those picks to get a running back that can replace Devontae Freeman. Now, we still have Ito Smith, who did actually pretty decent this past Falcons season, but we'll see how he performs as the number 1 running back, because I'm pretty sure he will be the number 1 running back next season once we replace Devontae Freeman, because ever since we gave Devontae Freeman that new contract, Devontae Freeman has not been the same player. This season he was limited with injuries, and it showed, because our running game was terrible, and that's the reason why most of the games Matt Ryan has so many passing yards, because the running game was just not there. And yeah, so Devontae Freeman is one player I think we should actually cut. Devondre Campbell's going to be leaving. Sadly, Austin Hooper's going to be leaving. I really like Austin Hooper. He's a very good tight end. It's just the fact that we can't pay him because we got too many players on big contracts anyway. We got guys like, I think Jamon Brown is on a heavy contract. Desmond Trufant, who's 29 years old now, and he has a huge cornerback contract. If anything, I think he should be one that we cut or even trade, because the Desmond Trufant, we could probably get at least a second-round pick. And imagine, I don't think we're gonna get a second-round pick for this year. Imagine we get a second and let's say a 5th for next year. I would definitely take that for Desmond Trufant. Plus, we could go into the draft and still get another quarterback, because that's the one position we need to actually continue upgrading. We need another quarterback. We need an outside linebacker to replace Devondre Campbell. We need a tight end. We need a running back, and we need a defensive lineman. We need a lot of stuff on the defense when it comes to the Falcons players. But yeah, when it comes to the players the Falcons should cut, Desmond Trufant I actually think is one. Devontae Freeman is definitely one. Another one I would probably say is Jake Matthews, because he's almost there. He's almost in the 30s, and he has a really huge contract for a guard. We can get another guard in the draft to replace him, and then we can just save some money for next season, because if we were to cut, let's say, Desmond Trufant, Jake Matthews, and Devontae Freeman, that would probably free up almost $20 million in cap space, to where we could actually sign Austin Hooper back instead, and then go into the draft and get those replacements. We can get a quarterback, and we can get a cornerback in the draft. We can get an outside linebacker in the draft. Tight end's going to be really, really tough, because it doesn't really look like there's not that many good tight ends in this draft. When I mean that many good, I mean like really great tight ends. I think the best one's from Notre Dame, if I'm right. But yeah, there's not that many tight ends we can go into a draft and get. There's possibility we can get a tight end in the free agency, but with $4 million in cap space, it's just going to be really, really tough. And this Falcons team just needs rebuilding right now. I've heard some people say that the Falcons should do what the Dolphins did and just blow up everything and just trade away everything and rebuild. And if things happen like they did this season, next season, I'm not going to be opposed to it. I think the Falcons should possibly actually do that, because this is just going to continue, and Dan Quinn is just going to continue to be the coach, and we're just going to keep having losing seasons, because in the past 5 out of 7 seasons we've had a 500 record or below. The two seasons we didn't were the 2 seasons that we made the playoffs. One we made the Super Bowl, and one we got knocked out by the Philadelphia Eagles. who I think actually went to go on to win that Super Bowl. So it's terrible to see from the Falcons. But yeah, if you ask me my honest opinion about who the Falcons' #1 target should be when it comes to like cutting and saving money, Devontae Freeman's probably first. Devondre Campbell is there up. Jake Matthews is probably there. I would probably say Adrian Claiborne's leaving. Vic Beasley is. I'm pretty sure most of these guys are leaving anyway because they cost way too much. And then if I don't really think there's any other players I think I would cut, but then we would have guys in the backup when it comes to cornerback. We have Kendall Sheffield, who did pretty decent. We have Isaiah Oliver, who has a lot of potential. Both of them have a lot of potential. And then when it comes to offensive line, we have guys like Chris Lindstrom, who we got in the first round, who we got last year. One of our 2 guards we drafted in the first round, Chris Lindstrom and Caleb McGray. Chris Lindstrom has very, very good potential, but he was dealt with injuries last season, so it was unfortunate for him. And then Caleb McGray, I don't really know if he has potential to be a good offensive line. I mean, we still get Alex Mack, but we need to draft a replacement for Alex Mack because that man is 33, 34 years of age. Yeah, it's just really, really crazy. I mean, on the defense, we still have good guys. I like Keanu O'Neal. I like Tack McKinley, whose contract is going to be coming up at the end of the season, next season. We have Deion Jones. We have guys like, I keep forgetting this, Devontae Casey. He's a pretty good player. And then on the offense, obviously, we got Matt Ryan. Ito Smith has the potential to be very, very good. We have guys like Calvin Ridley at wide receiver, Julio Jones. We could probably grab another wide receiver. I actually hope Falcons go for a Florida wide receiver because there's going to be 2. There's going to be Tyree Cleveland and Van Jefferson. So if we can get one of those guys and get just get a third option to Julio Jones and Calvin Ridley because we don't really have a third option since we got rid of Taylor Gabriel. But yeah, when it comes to the players the Falcons should cut, they need to cut a few players. And if they risk cutting like a big player like Desmond Trufant, so be it, because Falcons, you need to clear up some cap space. You do need to if you want to sign some players. And it was actually recently announced, I think yesterday, that they awarded some teams I can't pronounce the word, but they had awarded teams picks in the draft in a certain round because they lost more than they got from last free agency. The Falcons got Chris Lindstrom and Caleb McGray, so they didn't get any. But now, next year, they're going to get some compensatory picks. I don't know how to pronounce it. But, yeah, my honest opinion, Devontae Freeman, Desmond Trufant, I'm sorry you guys are Falcons players right now, but I don't think you should be Falcons players because this team needs to rebuilding, and we need the money to do it. So if we have to, I don't care. Cut. They're going to cut Devontae Freeman. I've heard strong rumors that they're going to cut Devontae Freeman, and I actually think they should cut Desmond Trufant because I don't think it's worth it to keep a guy that's 29 years of age on that type of a contract for that long. So anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Tell me, guys, if you like the new intro down in the comments down below because I have 2 intros I'm going to be working with, and I want to know which one is your guys' favorite. So then the other intro that you guys will be seeing along to compete with this one is going to be on tomorrow's video, which is going to be on Thursday. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please do smash the like button. But anyway, guys, I will see you guys all later. Peace.